Once, in the sacred land of Vrindavan, where the air was filled with the sweet fragrance of flowers and the melody of Krishna's flute, a group of devotees gathered around him. Krishna sat under the shade of a grand kadamba tree, his peacock feather swaying gently in the breeze. His face radiated calmness, and his eyes held the wisdom of ages. Among the devotees was a young man, visibly troubled. He hesitated, but finally gathered the courage to speak. "Krishna," he asked, "why do lustful thoughts trouble us so much? They come uninvited, like a storm, and disturb the peace of our minds. How do we control them?" The crowd fell silent, their eyes fixed on Krishna, waiting for his answer. Krishna smiled gently, his expression full of understanding and compassion. He looked at the young man and spoke in his soothing voice. "My child, lustful thoughts are like untrained horses. They will pull your chariot, the chariot of your mind, in many directions if you let them. But if you learn to hold the reins firmly, they will follow your command. Let me share with you some simple yet powerful ways to guide your thoughts." Krishna gestured toward the clear blue sky above them. "First, understand this. Thoughts are like clouds. They come and go. Some are light and harmless, while others are dark and heavy. But remember, you are the sky. The clouds may pass, but they cannot change the vastness of the sky. When a troubling thought arises, do not fight it. Fighting only gives it more strength. Instead, observe it, accept it, and let it drift away. It will pass." The devotees nodded, their faces thoughtful. Krishna picked up a lotus flower from the ground and held it up. "Second, fill your mind with higher thoughts, just as this lotus blooms untouched by the muddy water it grows in. When your mind is filled with love, service, and devotion, there is no room for lower desires. Focus on me, on your family, on your duties. When you think of something pure and beautiful, impure thoughts cannot take root." He paused, letting the words sink in. The young man looked calmer now, but Krishna continued, his voice steady and clear. "Third, keep yourself busy with good work. A still mind is like stagnant water, it attracts impurities. But when you keep your hands and mind occupied with meaningful tasks, there is no space for unwanted thoughts. Whether it is helping others, learning something new, or chanting the name of the divine, keep yourself flowing, like a river that stays fresh and clean as long as it moves." The crowd listened intently, the wisdom of Krishna's words touching their hearts. He then pointed toward a nearby river flowing gently under the sunlight. "Just as this river flows steadily toward the ocean, let your mind flow toward a higher purpose. Do not let it get stuck in the whirlpools of desire." Krishna looked at the young man again, his gaze filled with kindness. "My dear child, do not feel ashamed of these thoughts. They are part of being human. What matters is how you respond to them. Lustful thoughts lose their power when you do not give them attention. Instead, give your attention to what truly matters: love, devotion, and service." The young man folded his hands and bowed deeply. "Krishna," he said, "your words are like rain on parched land. They bring peace to my troubled heart. But what if the thoughts are persistent? What if they keep returning?" Krishna smiled. "Ah, my child, persistence is their nature, but your persistence must be stronger. Every time they return, remind yourself of your higher purpose. When you fall, rise again. When they knock, do not open the door. Over time, they will grow weaker, and you will grow stronger. Remember, the strength of a tree lies in its roots. If your mind is rooted in Dharma, no storm can uproot it." He then spoke of discipline. "Wake up early. Meditate on the divine. Keep your body and mind pure. What you eat, what you see, what you hear, these are the seeds you plant in your mind. If you plant seeds of purity, your thoughts will blossom into peace and joy." The crowd was silent, deeply moved by his words. Krishna's gaze softened further. "Lastly, never forget that I am always with you. When your thoughts trouble you, call my name. Just as a child feels safe in their mother's lap, You will find comfort in me. Surrender your thoughts, your worries, your desires to me, and I will take care of the rest." The devotees felt a deep peace settle over them, as if Krishna's words had washed away their inner turbulence. The young man looked up, his face now calm and bright. "Thank you, Krishna," he said. "You have shown me the path." Krishna stood, his peacock feather catching the golden sunlight. "Remember, my dear friends, the mind is your greatest ally and your greatest enemy. Train it with love, and it will serve you. Neglect it, and it will rule you. Control your mind, and you will control your destiny." As he walked away, the sound of his flute filled the air, a melody so soothing that it seemed to carry his teachings into the hearts of all who heard it. And so, Krishna's wisdom lives on, reminding us that the greatest battles are fought within, and the greatest victories begin with a single step towards self-mastery.